If
one
I go
time.
26 though, I'm coming for all the belts off rip.
If he go 20, if he can probably make
Hold on, you
22 in the
don't. You just
pros.
spoke over. Listen to what
Go
he
ahead.
just said. Listen what he just said.
I
Say it
said
again.
if I go 26 though, I'm coming for all the belts off the rip.
Off the rip, he
That's the
coming
only
from.
way I'm going back down that low.
So we got a special guest coming on today, Rock. It's just qualified at the 2023 PanAm Games. Qualified as to go to the 2024 Olympics. Must be exciting. Qualified at the as a 57 kilogram male athlete. You know, was gold medalist at the 2021 Elite World Championships. He was the first American male to win an elite title since 2017. 2007, especially being at the age he was, 18 years old at the time. So we honored to have him join us in the ring today. So I want to welcome to the ring today, our guest, 2024 Olympian, 2024 boxing Olympian, Jamal Harvey. Welcome him to the ring. How you doing, Jamal?
I'm doing good. I'm doing good. Thanks for having me.
What is it, Jamal the King Harvey? What's your boxing nickname?
Nah, I don't really got one for real. Ain't none of them really stick with me.
We're gonna call you King Harvey then. That's your nickname.
Yeah, Rock is, if you don't know, he likes to give nicknames. So
King Harvey.
Jamal King.
Oh, good.
All right, so thank you for coming on today, Jamal. Appreciate you, man. Appreciate you joining us fresh off your victory at the PanAm Games. And you know, we want to congratulate you. It's an honor to talk to you, and congratulations, man, for qualifying for the Olympics. You know,
Thank you. Appreciate it.
looking to see great things from you. So joined by I'm Sheik and joined by my co-host Rock and Sarai. You know Siraj, 18-time national champ. You know, number 3 in the world. Yeah.
Twitter.
Yeah. So she'll be in the elite division this year. She'll be in Olympic trials coming up. So hopefully she'll be your teammate at the Olympics. You know. But anyway, so let's get right off into your story, man. Let's talk about you a little bit. You grew up in Oxon Hill, Maryland, right?
I grew up in Southeast DC.
Southeast DC.
And then moved to Oxon Hill.
Oh, okay. I'm from Baltimore, so I'm familiar with the area. But you grew up in Southeast. When did you move to Oxon Hill?
I moved to Oxon Hill when I was like 12.
Oh, okay. So you knew the Oxon Hill. So describe your childhood and your upbringing.
Childhood, I was always into sports. And my father always had me in sports.
Mm-hmm.
So I was just very athletic. Always outside playing sports with some of my friends.
Right.
I played football for the most part. That was my main sport up until till 9th grade. Because 8th grade, I was still playing. I was playing football and boxing. I started boxing in 8th grade. But when I was raised in DC, when I got to 7th grade, I moved with my dad and finished middle school and high school in Maryland.
Oh, okay. So yeah, you look like a football guy. You got a frame. You must have been a running back, huh?
Yeah, I played running back.
Yeah, you got a frame like a running back. So you started boxing in 2015, right? At 13 years old, right?
Yeah.
Now, that's kind of old to start boxing. You know, most of these kids in USA boxing, they've been boxing 4 or 5 years old. Then of course, they started competing in Pee Wee division at 8 years old. So, you know, starting out at 13 years old, you know, what made you at that point want to become a boxer? Did you ever think about becoming a boxer before then, or just when you were 13, that's when you started wanting to become a boxer? Did you ever think about becoming a boxer before then?
Nah, I never thought about becoming a boxer.
So
even when I started boxing, when I was playing football and boxing, I just knew I was gonna play football.
Oh, that's what's up. So I take it you originally wanted to go to the NFL back then. Before you started boxing, you was like, I'm going to NFL.
Yeah, I was always saying I'm gonna be in the NFL.
Right, right. So what made you want to start boxing at 13?
I was good at it. I
Mm-hmm.
felt like I was like my coach started me pretty fast. Like I trained, then I went and sparred. Then by that time, I had a fight. It was like 3 months, all within like a 3 month span. So I knew I had some talent in boxing, but football. So my boxing coach was my football coach, but then he stopped coaching me. So I was with another team, different coach, and they just was looking at size and stuff. I guess because when I would get in the game and they gave me the ball, I would score. But
Right.
it was just like it was never giving me the opportunity. I don't know why, but that was the main thing. And then boxing, it was just me in there. It's like you only had to depend on myself. The coach or nothing can't hold me back
Right.
from going to get up.
So your coach saw something in you, and he figured you could box, being as though he was a boxing coach as well. And that's Coach Daryl Davis, right?
Correct.
Yeah. And he saw something in you. He said, "Man, I think you can box." So how did that
Yeah.
conversation go? He just said, "Hey Jamal, I think you can box, man. Come on and go to the gym."
Nah,
Like
that
how
conversation
did that go?
came about because he friends with my mom and dad. They
Right.
grew up together. So
Okay.
like when I get in trouble for fighting or something, he always know like they friends. So it's like oh, he got in a fight today, this that. So he like all right, bring him up to box, and I know he always fighting and stuff. So it's like he
Oh,
knew.
okay. So that's how it came about. It was like, okay, this boy
Yeah.
keep fighting all the time. If you want to fight,
Yup.
let me show you how to fight.
Yup.
Yeah, yeah. Okay, that's what's up. So it took. So you said 3 months. Within 3 months, you had your first fight. You
Yeah.
remember where that fight was at?
It was at Sugar Ray Leonard Boxing Gym with the Golden Gloves.
So it was a Golden Gloves, but you had a match bout and on that show.
Yeah.
So how did that go? Did you win?
Nah, I ain't even win my first fight. I lost.
Do you remember who you fought?
Yeah, I fought Muhammad Robinson from Baltimore.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Oh yeah,
Yeah,
oh
the
yeah.
Robinson
Muhammad
boys.
Robinson boys, them three boys. Okay. Well, you fought some stiff competition back
Yeah,
then.
my
Yeah,
first fight.
You jumped out the porch.
for real. So
All right, no water.
do you remember
Like
your
me.
first? Huh?
So that was like kind of like me.
Yeah. But
My first fight was
Shamirical.
somebody else boxing like 4 or 5 years,
Yeah.
and I
And
was
then
only 4 months into the
4
sport.
months in, that was your first fight. Yeah, Jamal was 3 months in. He had his first fight 3 months in. Who was you sparring? Like up, like you said,
Man, I was spawn all the top competition around here. To
right?
get ready for that, I was spawn a guy named I was what they called him Superman. His name was Ty. Dang,
Where was he
Ty
from?
Williams.
Was he from
Tyreek
Headbangers?
Williams. Tyreek Williams. I was
Oh yeah,
spawn.
yeah, yeah. I
No,
remember.
Tyreek.
Lonzo, Pop. I was spawning a lot of people to get ready for that fight.
What about
I was
Jalil?
spawning all the top people. I don't know if I had sparred Jalil at
'Cause-
that time. I did spar him though when I first started though.
right,
I sparred him when I had within a year of me starting.
right, right. So when do you remember your first national tournament?
Yeah, I remember my first national tournament.
Which one was it?
It was in Dallas.
Oh, so JO's. That was back
Yeah,
when
it was
2016. 2016, right?
2016.
Did you win?
Yeah, I won the whole thing. Yep, I had 12 fights going in the nationals. I fought 3 times, and then so I won national at 15 fights.
So you was 12.
It was
You was 12 fights in. So how many national titles do you have? I'm not talking about like international, but like your nationals.
national titles. I had 10 national titles.
10 of them.
Yeah.
From what's that? Intermediate up to elite.
Intermediate to elite.
Right. Man, that's what's up, man. So I'm sure you had a good team of people, as you were coming up. Who were some of those people that contributed to your development? What's some of your training regiments and things like that over the years, and who was some of those people that contributed?
The people that contributed the most, I would say, is really just Coach Durrell, and then my dad,
Mm-hmm.
and then Coach Sean. They started with them three.
Right.
It was the only three coaching, and then I would just say like really all the work around the area have been surrounded by a community of such good boxers that we got here in the DMV.
Right.
getting all that work, like without sparring all of them,
Right.
starting out and then learning along the way, picking up different things from different fighters, I won't probably be as good.
So what's a training day look like for you?
Like here, back at home, or like at the USA camp.
Well, let's say back at home because we all know.
Oh,
Yeah.
so back at home, I only work out like twice a day. I
He
go
said only.
in,
He said only
get
twice a
back,
day.
yeah, home twice a day or once, twice or once.
Yeah.
But for the most part, some days it'll be twice a day. I go up to the gym probably like 10 o'clock, work out with Coach Lamore,
Right.
do some strength and conditioning.
Yep.
Then I come home and sometimes I just go to like Swift her gym
Mm-hmm.
at like 3 o'clock. Or if I don't go to his gym, I go to my gym at 6:30.
Mm-hmm. And then you do your strength and conditioning in the morning,
Yeah.
and what you focus on in the evening, like shadow boxing, bag work.
It's just technique, pad work, and then some days I spar.
Yeah. So let's kind of talk about the PanAm games. Let's go back to that. You had a bye the first round, and then the second round you fought Gabriel Oliveira from Brazil. You fought this guy five.
I fought Guyana.
Guyana. That was you fought him your first fight after the bye.
The quarterfinals was Guyana.
That one didn't you fight him 5 times, or was it Gabriel you fought 5 times?
I fought the Brazilian 5
Right.
times.
So let's go to that fight because it was a great fight, and I think you was down in the beginning, right? What was according to scorecards, they had you down for a minute. But
okay.
Here's the thing. You came out on top and you beat him, right? But my question is, what was your thought going into that? Because this is the PanAms. It's going to qualify you for the Olympics, right? And you done fought him 5 times. And I think with y'all split it, right? It's 2-2.
2-2.
He beat you two times. You had beat him 2 times. Now y'all going into, your 5th fight. What was your mindset of going in that? How did you feel knowing everything that's on the table right now, and you got to fight him in the court, and and you lost to him twice?
I really wasn't too worried about it because I knew how my body felt. My body ain't feel like this strong for a long time because I've been at this weight for a long time, and a lot of people don't know just because I never really put it out there. But I was battling with a lot of injuries and deficiencies in my vitals because I'm a vegetarian, so my body had been feeling a little off. But I knew he couldn't beat me. Like I knew he couldn't mess with me when I was at 100%. Like, and I felt at my best, and I was just telling the coaches and everybody that, I'm like, man, I know I'm about to win. Like my energy up. I ain't getting tired. I can do what I just feel like I can do what I want in the ring. So I was really calm that whole tournament, confident.
That's what's up, man. And that's important. That's for all y'all kids out there watching that want to be great like Jamal. That's very important what you just said. The mindset is so important. I teach my boxers that too about mindset. Mindset is everything. Because if you go into a fight and your mindset is, you have that mindset like, man, he can't do nothing with me. It don't matter. Chances are your confidence is going to come out. You know what I mean? Especially if you trust your training. You trust your training. You know what you're capable of. And your performance was, your performance in that fight was great. So you got in the finals, you got Del Rey, right? And then he took a 3-2 lead after the first round, but you came back in the second and you got a split decision. So what was your mindset going into that final? Like you done already fought. Go ahead.
My mindset going into that final was I was excited because I ain't never get to fight a Cuban. They supposed to be like the teams ever. So I was really just excited. But in my semifinal match with Brazil, nobody knew, but I bruised my hip. Like he tried to roll one of my punches and he hit me real hard with his head in my hip, and I fell down. My whole leg went numb. So I was dealing with like a big bruise there, so it hurt to even like put pressure on my lead leg. But I knew I still felt good though. I said once I get my adrenaline running and stuff, I ain't gonna feel nothing, and I'm gonna just show out. And that's what I did.
Right, no doubt. You got a 3-2 split decision over a tough Cuban. And you're right. Cubans are the litmus test, man. If you can beat the Cubans, you know, you well on your way. You know, but I mean, your performance overall in that tournament was probably A1. I think a lot of people was expecting that of you, and I'm glad to hear what you're saying about the mindset, because the mindset is very important. And you know, a couple of fights that probably people would have thought you probably would have lost, you won easily because of you know, just being in that mindset. But you said you bruised your hip against Gabriel, right?
Yeah.
Right. So you felt it going into the finals, like you were hurt.
Yeah, I
going
felt
into
it
the
going to the
finals.
finals. Yeah, I couldn't even run, like, you know how we had to make weight back to back. I couldn't
Right.
even run on it for that last night, so I had to just hot bath the weight I had to lose off in the
Wow.
night. And I had to wake up in the morning and do it. So,
How much did
but
you
hey,
have
I
to cut?
got it done, and then went for it in the finals.
How much did you have to cut?
I had to cut like 5 pounds
Damn.
after that fight. So,
And you got it. You got it up off
yeah.
you overnight.
Well, I slept off some, of course.
Yeah, of course.
So I really think I like had the hot bath off like 3 pounds.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you're a switch hitter, right?
Yeah, I switched. I switched my stance.
What precipitated that? What made you get off in the switch hitting? Was it natural? You just start off as a southpaw and went back to orthodox?
Yeah. So I grew up fighting. Like always getting into fights. And I was like naturally a southpaw. Like growing up fighting in school, on the streets, I was southpaw. So when I started boxing, I learned orthodox.
Right.
And then when I would fight southpaws, it would make me angry. I ain't like fighting southpaws from orthodox. It was just too weird for me.
Right.
So then I just used to switch my stance. One day I just switched my stance and I was doing good. And my coach was like, "Oh yeah, you can fight both ways." And I was like, "Okay, bet."
Gotcha.
Most people in the street fight southpaw.
Yeah, everybody started fighting. Yeah.
Yeah.
You right-handed naturally though, right? You right with your right
Yeah,
hand?
right naturally.
Yeah. You natural with your stance with switching and stuff like that. And then you quick with it as well too.
Right.
You got an excellent jab from both sides.
Yeah. So Jamal, how do you maintain a balance between you know, your boxing and your personal life? You ain't letting them girls get you caught up out there, are you?
Nah, I can't do that. Yeah. But I don't know how I maintain. I just go in the gym, get my workouts done, and chill with my friends. Just all about managing time, making time.
Right.
That's just the biggest thing right now.
Right. You about to be 21 and what, next week, right?
Next week, yep.
Yeah. So what you planning on doing for your 21st? Nothing crazy. Right?
I'm probably gonna go to Texas and chill with my good man. He moved out there, so
it's good work out there too.
Yeah, it's good work out there too.
Yeah, it's good work in Texas. So how do you like? I mean, when you're training, like, do you lock in at when you in training camp? Do you still enjoy your life as a teenager or a young man, or you just when you go to camp you just lock in? These are the things that some of these young boxers need to know. Are we? So you lock in at camp, or you train and then you still go,
No, I stay locked in at all times. I'm always in the gym. You just never know.
Right.
Everybody trying to get better. There's no point of being at the top and slowing your body down from the tip-top shape it was and then going backwards. You never want to go backwards. So I gained a little weight after my tournament, but I always stay consistent in the gym.
Good.
My conditioning is always going to be good.
Right.
Yeah. So now, are you on the Olympic team now? Like, do you have to, so you like,
No,
are you shoot in for Paris now?
Yeah, he got his ticket.
I'm getting ready for that.
Yeah, he on the team.
So you're on the team, so you don't got to worry about going through any those
He
lower
in the
level
Olympics,
tournaments.
bro.
Okay, cool. So my question is this: the last Olympic gold medalist was Andre Ward, 2004. All right,
Correct.
For men.
for men.
Right.
Yeah, qualify that for want to make Clarissa mad. For men was 2004. How you feel about your chances?
I feel good, really.
Are you gonna be the number one seed?
I mean, he done fought everybody at this point.
I don't know if I'm gonna be number one seed, but I just feel like once I'm in shape and fight in shape where I could just continuously have my punch output high, I just feel like that nobody could beat me.
But aren't you ranked number one in the world in 57 kilograms?
I don't know. I was, but then some things happen with Aiba and stuff.
Yeah.
I don't know the whole, so I ain't gonna speak on it. But
I got to look at it again. I think you still rank up there with
I didn't go to the last World Games that Aiba threw. So.
right.
Yeah, that's a historic division. You know, that was that was Floyd Mayweather's class at that or division, that 125 division, 125, 126 division.
Mm-hmm.
That was Floyd's division back in '96.
Right. Hey, but he done fought everybody already.
I mean, you beat the Cuban.
Yeah.
Yeah. So Cuban's typically up at the top.
Yep. So
So we can go ahead and pencil. We can go ahead and write and pin in that gold medal for you.
yeah, we're gonna get a gold, bro.
Go ahead and pin that gold medal in. Go and claim it.
Yes, sir.
That's what's up.
And guess where he from? Maryland. He ain't from Alabama.
At least he ain't from New Jersey either, though. New York.
Right. So man. So what are your, but I know you mentioned earlier about I know you talked about earlier, like before we were on camera, you talked about things not really changing for you. But maybe it just ain't hit you yet, right? So but what are your reflections? How do you feel about, if you're going back, you're looking at, all the odds are stacked against you, Jamal. You started boxing at 13 years old, man. That most people start boxing at 8 years old, right? So when you look back on your achievements, how does it really feel to have been, the first American male to win elite world championships and since 2007? Since 2007, I think you was the youngest in that tournament. Being 18 years old to now winning a gold medal at the PanAm Games, qualifying for the Olympics. You're going to the Olympics, 2024 Olympics. They are not a lot. There's billions of people in the world. It's only a certain class of people that are an Olympian. So I don't know if you let that sink in, but how does that really? Have you really sat down and reflected on those accomplishments?
Nah, not really.
Right.
I just go by like day by day. I'm always proud of myself and my accomplishments, but I know it's just like you did it. Now you gotta go do something else.
Right. I mean, but you're an Olympian now. They can't take that away from you.
Yeah, they can't take that away from me. I think once I get there, I'm gonna really just be like, wow, I'm really here. Like,
Right.
You getting the ring tattoos?
Yeah, I'm gonna get it out to the limit. I gotta get my rings. I got to.
So, any plans of going pro after this, or you gonna stick around, try to do another Olympics, or you want to be a lifetime USA boxing?
See, if right now, I want to do the 2 Olympics. I want to get 2.
Right.
But the way I can't make this 125 too much longer, so I'm gonna have to go pro.
Right.
But and the next Olympic weight class is 139.
Right.
And that's like close to my walk around weight. So it's like there's no point of fighting right there.
Right.
And staying around for another cycle. And then if they drop it down to like 135, because the weight's always
They change it all the time.
Yeah, they drop it down to like back to 132.
32 might be Olympic weight next
132
time.
or 135. I might stay. That's the only way they drop that weight class.
Right.
But as of now, it's looking like it's gonna be hard to be the pros.
Yeah. I mean, you're gonna be highly sought after this. I can tell you that now. Your phone gonna ring off the hook if it haven't been already.
Yeah, especially if you win that gold medal.
Yeah,
that's money.
Definitely.
How tall are you?
I'm 5'4".
Gotcha.
Yeah. What's the how do you I know you're at camp a lot, in the elite division, y'all always at camp. So how do you make that transition when you come back home to, because I'm sure your coach's style is a lot different than what the Olympic style that USA Boxing is teaching. Because a lot of coaches, this is a thing that goes around USA Boxing. And a lot of coaches have issues with the training in USA Boxing, in the camps, only because that Olympic style, you got to change it up, so to speak, when you come back and fight at nationals and.
But does he need to change it though? Because on the elite team, you can't fight in local club shows, right?
No, you can't fight at local.
All he can do is fight in the nationals.
Right, but I'm saying I'm sure that I'm asking, is there a transition? Is there an easy transition? Like when you come back and you train with your team, you train with your coach, or does he implement those same techniques that USA Boxing, those same techniques that you learn in camp?
No, there's definitely different techniques. My coach, I mean, sparring back at home and stuff is really not like, I would say, too much of a difference. And then I'll be sparring pros.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like the elite amateur level, you just fighting at a higher pace. So all I'm doing is just slowing down the pace,
Right.
but doing the same things.
Right.
So I don't really feel like it's a big problem for us right now.
Okay.
I mean, probably in the future to slow down on how many punches we throwing.
Yeah, of course.
Especially when we go into start getting 12 and 10 round fights.
Right.
But I'm always in shape, so
Right.
I don't know.
Yeah, I just know
If
sometimes
I can punch for that long, then there's no point in switching it up.
Right. I know sometimes it's a difficult transition coming back, But Soraya, you
I was gonna ask how is your training going to be going into the Olympics, maybe starting now or just that journey into the Olympics, is your training changed or is it gonna be the same
I feel like for the most part, well, they changed it last camp. I don't lift as much as other people. I do more conditioning because of the weight cut and stuff. Because like I said, I've been at this weight for 3 going on 4 years, so it's getting harder to make this weight. So I do more conditioning and less lifting.
All right.
And then just dieting. It got me on a meal plan and stuff.
Do you do more band exercises, band strength exercises?
Yeah.
Yeah, because so you training at home, and when do y'all go back to camp to start training?
The 26th
of November,
right before nationals.
Oh, okay, all right. I know some of them too got to go and compete in the trials.
Yeah, some people gotta go compete in the trials.
Yeah. So, all right. Well, what anything you want to leave us with? Anything?
Nah, just thanks for having me. This was a good interview. Appreciate it.
All right. Well, I ain't letting you go right now at this second. I just wanted to know if you had anything, but before I let you go,
go
ahead.
I was gonna ask what is do you have any advice for aspiring boxers or athletes?
Yeah, good question.
Navigating their own paths in the boxing world or sports world. Do you have any
some nuggets?
Yeah, just stay dedicated. Just stay in the gym really, and don't. This sport is really about heart and confidence. So whatever you tell yourself you can do it. You just can't be scared to go in there and get hit. You're gonna have off days. You just gotta stay in the gym really, and try to spot people that's at a higher level than you. That's the only way you're gonna get your
Say that
skill
again,
shot.
champ. Say that one more time.
Try to spar as many people that got more experience that probably that's just better than you, that are better than you. That's the only way you're gonna get to a top level. That's the only way you're gonna be able to push and compete with yourself.
I'm glad you said that
With
because
the top people.
I'm glad you said that. There's a lot of people, they want to spar people, they get highlights, spar people that they can beat up.
Yeah, stop trying to get highlights from Instagram and just put in that hard work. Take you some L's so you can take you some wins.
Yep, there you go.
Good advice.
That's great advice, champ.
Yeah.
Thank you for that.
Do you got a memorable memory or just lesson that you learned throughout your boxing journey?
The biggest lesson I had to learn out my boxing journey was how to control my anger, because sometimes I would just start trying to fight instead of boxing.
Right.
I would say my biggest thing first, that was my biggest thing. I had anger problems for a long time. Something happened I ain't and my whole game plan was out the window.
That's important.
Yeah.
That's like the bull and the matador. The bull is 3,000 pounds. The matador is less than 100 pounds sometimes. The reason why that matador always wins because that bull anger, and that matador is calm. He can just play with him. So if you mad and you in the ring with a skilled boxer, they can take advantage of that. So
Sure.
Jamal, thank you, bro, so much. We honored to have you here. You know, interviewing an Olympian, talking to you, and our fans are going to be your fans at this point. We appreciate if you come back, check in with us. Definitely after the Olympics, you got to come back and talk.
You win
to
that
us,
gold
man.
medal. We got to have the first interview.
First interview, man. I know everybody gonna be cracking at you, but let them know you got to see Counterpunch Conversations before you talk to anybody, because we got to get you first. All right. I mean, our show is recorded, but we'll go live. We'll do a live show to talk to you.
One last question: when you go pro, what weight?
He got to go 25.
No,
he might go 18.
The next weight up is 26, but
26.
25 already hard to make. So I don't know. Might be 130. Might be 26.
Go 26 when you go pro, bro. You only got to make the weight one time.
If I go 26, though, I'm coming for all the belts off rep.
If he go 20, if he can probably make 22.
You just spoke over. Listen to what he just said. Listen what he just said. Say it again.
If I go 26, though, I'm coming for all the belts off the rip.
Off the rip.
That's the only way I'm going back down that low.
Well, you got to start off going pro. You got to start out at a lower weight. 26, if you go 26, you only got to make the weight one time. So, you know what I mean? So, but before we let you go, Jamal, what's the greatest boxing podcast out there? Let them know.
Counterpunch Conversations.
That's right. My brother. All right, man. Appreciate you. Thank you for everything. You want to let the people know something before you go?
IG.
My IG is OHB_MAHL. That's OHB_MAHL.
Follow him on Instagram, everybody. And thank you again, champ. Appreciate you and respect to you, your family, your team, and everybody else. Shout out to Coach Daryl Davis and y'all whole team over there in Oxon Hill. We might have to stop past there on our way up there, get some work or something.
Yeah, come through. Manager of the year.
Said shout out to your mother. Yep. Thank you. We appreciate her for assisting with the interview as well. And thank you, champ. And Jamal Harvey, everybody. Jamal Harvey, 2024 Olympian, 57 kilogram, going for that gold medal. And then when he turned pro, he coming for all the belts at 26. So watch out.
King Jamal Harvey.
King Jamal Harvey. All right, champ. Talk to you later. Thank you, man.
Thank you.